Well,
I love it.
if you would like,
Mm-hmm.
follow me. As she begins to stand and head toward the south end of her grove.
Follow the strange dryad into the deepness of the forest.
You were the one who said that you wanted to ask for supplies,
Supplies, resources for our trip.
and you don't think that findings like
Is there
walking
anything you need to
saloons-
gather?
Will the horses be all right in our absence?
They could go with you if you'd like.
Yeah.
That would be wonderful. Yes.
Your
please.
companion raptors can as well.
Okay, thank you.
I can let them know it is safe.
That'd be great. Thank you.
And when I meant
And-
supplies.
You hear you hear her literally speak in raptor. The raptors come running out of the forest and come up to her, and they're like looking curiously at her, and she speaks to them a little bit more, and they all kind of stand a little bit more upright and are just waiting patiently.
I just realized vampires are basically like
Yes.
In a sense.
so they should respect me.
Nah. Different food chains entirely.
Yeah.
There is one caveat to their seeing you as food.
Mm.
You two are spoiled.
I'm spoiled.
They don't want you.
Oh shit, wait a minute.
Connection with them.
No, they don't want to eat you.
Oh,
They consider you spoiled meat.
Yeah.
that's fine.
Because you're fucking dead.
That's
Oh,
fine.
shit.
That's fine. It just means that they'll be friends with me, and then they won't want to eat me.
It is a fair point.
You make more of a chew toy than a meal.
Would you like to go gather your horses?
Go get the horses.
Or would
Get
you
your own
like,
game.
or would
You
you
know what?
like
Fuck
one of
you, I'm going to
my
get the
one of
horses.
my grovelings to do it?
I got it. I'm going.
Yeah, I'll go and get my horse as well.
Help
Very
me gather
well.
all the horses then.
You've picked quite the adventuring group to travel with.
I heard
Or was
that
that Jane's idea? We all know how I feel about that.
goes back and brings back Shadowfax.
All your horses
Are
are
you going to be
brought
a
to
pain
the
in my
grove,
ass this entire time?
and
Brings back
I'm supposed to be relaxing on this trip.
Because she actually does
What can I
respect
do to
nature
make
and stuff
you
like that.
Mhm.
It's quite possible that
Stop irritating everybody.
Revan has probably overfed his horse with apples because he loves his horse.
Me included.
So he's readily feeding them treats. It's
Jesse.
like apple.
My
Here's another one for just existing. You're such a good boy.
This isn't Red Dead. Stop.
He's such a good horse.
As
walking around the
when
brush.
you walk Shadowfax, like holding the reins in front of you, Shadowfax, like every once in a while, like nudges your helmet,
He's like, yes, okay, here's another.
eats it, it clacks its teeth against your helmet.
Stop, I'll give you another one later. Goddamn.
Damn.
And then you hear it go.
You broke Chris. Good job.
You guys didn't fucking see what he did!
And the smoke came out.
I saw it.
Fucking-
I saw
It's
it.
funny as hell. Anyway, I don't know why that's so fucking funny, but
She's currently standing next to like an ancient redwood, but it's an oak, but in redwood size. And she goes, and you see her like reach out to the tree, and she touches it, and she goes, "Please open the way." And the tree begins to crack and split in the middle
I thought that was the
and
trees.
spread open
Damn
into
tree
an
is that?
archway.
Pine tree.
so this is much better than a map, yeah.
And you can see what looks like a polished marble floor just beyond the tree arch with tapestried regalias along the walls next to some columns and what looks like a temple beyond.
Polished marble. Nice.
And it just decided randomly to switch over to that. Oh, because the timer's still running. My bad.
Little high, little low.
Onward.
I hope so.
Also,
by the way.
I'm not gonna call you Twiggy or anything like that, but I appreciate your help and thanks for the tea.
You're welcome. Now,
You can just admit that you needed it.
I didn't need
good luck with your communion.
that. Oh, I'm sure it's gonna be everything.
You're everything I
You just might.
God damn it.
Sweetness.
And as you step through, you all step through the archway.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
But before he does, he turns to her and says, Sweetness, if there's anything you ever need, don't hesitate to ask. Just call for me, send for me, and I'll come find you. Okay?
How
If I ever do, sure.
call me Pee-Pee if you want to meet me.
And he steps through.
I was about to say, this is where I wish I had Fergus, because Fergus, when you're
She's
doing
gonna
that
walk
speech,
up to
Fergus
her
will
and
come
say,
through, grab and be like,
"Please
nope,
don't."
let's go.
I didn't plan to.
Thank you.
Saloon fills all of my needs.
Thank
he's gonna
you.
he's gonna stop by and he's gonna like, do you happen to have any small room tablets, by the way?
What sort of rune tablets? What do you mean?
He's basically looking for something to replenish his runes because he doesn't have any more. So
I have-
all he's been using is stones.
Wow, what a
The temple might have some sort of tablet that has been prepared, but I have some rocks.
Do you have smooth pebbles?
I have river stones.
Perfect.
And she grabs you a couple, like, small dish size, like tea dish sized stones.
Perfection.
These two are twins. Be very gentle with them.
They will be thrown with great violence.
The wild mother will be sorrowful to the last.
Sleight of hand, pickpockets, gives them back. When
I
you're not paying
need those
For what?
for my fucking skills.
It's just a joke. They will be fine.
No. That was me above table joke.
I know.
So,
I've already done it to you once while you were looking at it.
as each of you step through the archway into the temple,
Yeah.
the scent of forest vanishes, and you begin to smell salty ocean air.
what the fuck in the shape shifting bullshit?
The temperature shifts by about 20 degrees warmer. And you notice the sound of people and seagulls just outside.
Oh, so I'm on the East Coast. Got it.
And then you hear a couple of footsteps come from around a couple of the columns, and they go, and you see a couple of robed figures in what looks like almost like a pearlescent gray
Mhm.
step out from beyond the columns, and they go, "Welcome to the Temple of Saloon."
It's a lot
Thank
easier
you.
to get to.
Definitely a lot easier to get to.
Going through the fucking Underdark.
Thank you for your reading. Do you have a place where we can store our horses?
Yes, we have a place for horses.
Also raptors.
Mm,
Where the
They
raptors won't
could-
eat the horses.
We could put them in some of the stalls to keep them at bay.
Do you think you would be able to keep your raptors from eating literally any of the other animals here? Sorry, my mother never calls me that way. I was worried something happened, but everything's fine.
We're in the temple now.
Some robed figures came and approached us and said,
We're trying to make sure the raptors don't eat your
This is
horses.
me.
Yeah,
Oh!
We
Great.
can make sure that they are well accommodated for.
perfect. Thank you. Also, would you be able to point us to the High Priestess? I suppose Saloni would have one of those. We're in need of communing with Saloni.
Yes.
Excellent.
And one of them like raises a hand, like almost like looking beyond you.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear the footsteps of about 6 people.
Who the-
And they're all what look like monks in these similar colored robes. All begin to reach out for the reins of each of your horses. And one of them drinks a potion and then begins to speak in raptor
Oh shit.
to the raptors and guide them.
He tells the dude taking him. He grabs a bag of apples. He hands it to him. And he's like, 1 apple every hour. Don't let him convince you otherwise.
He seems to be a glutton for the apples. We should wean him off of those. They
No,
could
he's a
become
good boy.
poisonous.
No, he's a good boy.
Wait. he's like totally oblivious to how to take care of a horse. He's like, wait, what? They can be poisonous? What?
If they eat too many, they could
They
be
could
poisoned by the
overdose, yeah.
seeds.
Oh fuck.
That's why you only give them to them in small doses.
Just like sugar.
Sorry, buddy. You heard him.
He's like, you don't want to give your horse diabetes.
Diabetes.
Your horse looks at you, looks at you as you say that, and goes, and then like goes off with the monks.
It's fine. Next it'll be carrots. I got you.
Oh lord.
Chip just comes over and goes, take your knife, cut it into slices, and then you can give him the slices without the seeds in them.
What he likes the whole thing.
But now you can give him it more over time. The same apple.
Are you babying your horse?
A couple of the
He's a good
cooking
boy.
suppliers
What do you
here in the
expect me to
city
I wasn't saying he wasn't.
have
a good
come up
boy.
with a contraption that will
Sure,
core the
sour
apple.
boy.
Mhm.
I'll take it.
We don't carry them, but
Damn it.
you may buy one in the city when you have a moment.
Sure. Oh, he'll let him take the
damn
horse and everything.
The high priestess will see you. Please follow. And they lead you toward the main altar that has like a stained glass window of what looks like a moonscape
Mm-hmm.
with what looks like a like visage of like an elven woman.
I meant to ask you. She look at her and goes, where should I leave this?
You may leave it here.
She stands down and just brings it up. Don't drive them on in the temple. Tyson Brain sitting there going, fresh marble floor equals lots of smoky burnouts.
And as
Kept looking
and
at it
you-
going,
you
be
see-
respectful.
You see, as the portal closes, there is a marble archway that has been built into the middle of the floor of the temple that seems inert at this point.
Okay. He'll follow towards. You said there was a stained glass window with what?
Message.
It looked like the lower part of it looked like almost like you were very close up to the moon, with like
Okay.
a rocky gray like
Mhm.
like landscape, and then what looked like a elven woman standing upon the scape, just like
Is it an actual woman or is it?
Hmm?
Oh. Greetings.
no, oh sorry, it's a stained glass
Oh, it's
image.
a stained glass image. I thought it was like a person.
No,
Please
no.
say greetings to the stained glass thing,
No.
so I can give you shit.
He'll follow towards the high priestess.
So they lead you just close to the altar and then off to the right a bit where there's some stairs that lead down.
Okay.
And as you go down, you enter the more cloistered space of this temple. Not yet catacombs. There's no burial sites right here, but it seems like there's like storage spaces and working spaces for the temple.
Yep.
And they lead you to a chamber roughly halfway down this main straight corridor, and open a set of like large double doors
Okay.
off to your right, and the one that leads you there steps aside next to the doors and says, "The high priestess shall see you."
Much appreciated. He walks inside and looks around.
As you walk inside, you can see a lone figures currently down on their knees with their head down. Looks like they might be praying to what looks like a large stone statue of that same elven woman.
He kind of steps inside and looks to finds a nearby like solid column or something to that effect, and he just knocks on it. He doesn't like say anything else. He just knocks on it.
And you can see in her hands where there wasn't anything in her hands in the stained glass image, in her hands in this statue, you can see what looks like a crystal sphere that's glowing a soft whitish blue.
Oh, hell yeah.
And in the other hand, what looks like a very pockmarked stone,
Those look expensive.
like very porous
Okay.
and rough looking, and it's just placed on top of her hand.
Okay.
And as you knock, they don't move, they don't respond in any way.
I'm looking for your high priestess. He speaks out loud.
And their head raises, and they sort of almost like, you know how you can like lean back and like roll your toes
Mhm.
and like stand up from being on your knees.
Mhm.
She does something similar to that and stands straight, turns and goes, "Welcome. I am the high priestess of the Temple of Saloon."
High priestess.
She
He's
is
like implying your
the
name.
high priestess
I know, but he
of the
doesn't know her
temple
name.
of Saloon.
My title shall suffice.
Okay, fine.
Mm-hmm.
Some people go by high priestess, their name.
If she's the only high priestess.
Okay, fine. Different religions, different people.
No
Hi.
disrespect was achieved. It is fine.
We have some questions and request your help in communing with Saloon. The veil's ripping, and soon it will be gone entirely. And we believe Saloon might be able to help us get some information on how to fix it. Be over here, Paul.
Saloon has gifted me the knowledge of such things happening,
Great.
but
Now, here
Hello.
comes.
are any of you devotees of Saloon?
I know
Far from it.
Saloon.
Not Saloon specifically.
You do know Saloon.
Well, not Saloon specifically on my end.
You've met Saloon.
I have met Saloon. I know that.
Does previously under their employee count? Does previously under their employee count?
I suppose that shall suffice.
Excellent.
Are they? You said you've met her.
Yes.
Mhm.
They were around Paylor for a long time when my. How do you say? I am the consort of the protector of children currently, and they were the protector.
Really?
Consort.
That's the proper way to put it. You would know that if you paid attention a little bit.
Didn't say a thing.
My
And
nephew is a paladin of Paylor who's been around Saloon quite a bit. He happens to be
the consort of the paladin.
sure, we'll use the word
How
consort.
familiar are you with her?
I've met her on a few occasions, though she takes a much different appearance when I come in contact with her.
Oh,
I
bet
suppose
she
very
does.
vague ways, you know how gods are. I don't like to
Oh yeah.
I
about
do.
everything.
Sorry.
Anyways.
They fucked a god, okay?
Actually, no, I did not. Thank you very much. I am
That would
happily
be a
married.
quite high blessing. Follow me.
I don't want to give Gale crap.
And they begin to head behind the statue.
Leave my boy Gale alone.
Okay.
And as they get behind it, you notice that there is what looks like a decorative archway that has a wall in the middle of it.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It's just like something that was like buttressed inside the wall.
Yeah.
And they're like, step through. If she has blessed you to commune with her, you shall pass.
Don't have to tell me twice. Steps
Hey.
through.
Steps through.
You all step through.
He like
Almost like an illusory wall. You don't even feel it. It just You just pass right through the stone.
He's like, huh, imagine that. Still worthy.
Shocker.
You're telling me.
Inside this chamber, you see what looks like a heated bathtub,
Okay.
a lavishly comfortable bed,
Oh boy.
and rows and rows of bookshelves along the walls.
He's like thinking to himself, I didn't sign up for fucking orgy.
And they saw, and
I
what
may
looks
have.
like, and you can see what looks like
You
a
go.
different archway built buttressed into another sidewall
Uh-huh.
that currently has a portal open.
Okay.
And you can see what looks like a starscape beyond.
Is she melting?
You kinda like- He's like, okay.
And you hear a splash come from the bathtub as you two see Mooney pop up.
Oh, my god.
Oh God! For a moment I was a little nervous that it wasn't going to be you.
Hi.
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 Why are you here?
Oh, wait, do you know this person?
We do
We
know
do know
them.
them very well, actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a good
It's
thing.
a good thing.
Okay, great.
It's a good thing in your case.
Why in my case?
How's my boy?
Wait, why? How's my boy? Oh,
Look, I understand that you're a dick, but stop.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I've been trying to say that this entire
We all know
time.
it's a front because you're afraid.
Oh, shit.
is this guy a god? Because
Yes.
I like them already.
Yes, exactly.
You might be the one god I can tolerate. Jokes.
Either way.
I hate all gods.
Hi.
equally.
Hi.
Apologies, I was in the middle of a bath.
Are you capable of? I'm sorry to interrupt
I'm
your bath.
so
Do I need to look
confused,
away?
but the
No,
insults
I don't
are
care.
nice.
Okay. Are you able to help us contact Selene, or are we?
They are.
I am Saloon.
Oh. Well, this changes things. I've never actually seen your face, so.
Most
What'd
of
you
the
think
time, most of the time I go by Mooney for short. It's
Got it.
a going nickname.
It's easier.
The sharpest tool in the box.
How's the rest of the family? I haven't seen them in a while.
Wonderful. Paylor actually paid a visit the last time that I was there. It was so sweet watching Amana.
So you weren't lying, because the other one told me, like, you both weren't lying about the
No,
fact that you knew.
Yes.
we weren't lying the entire time.
I thought you were just exaggerating or something.
No.
The rest of the family is good though. Oh, you should see the new little ones running around the house. Oh, I'm obsessed.
Oh, I keep a close look, but I haven't been able to visit recently.
They look just like their father. I adore it. I adore it. It's
sorry, I was trying
wonderful.
to
It's so wonderful that the family keeps growing.
Sorry.
Makes me happy.
Nothing's
Good.
And of course, Yisa's little ones, which are now not little ones, are just precious. What about you? How have you been?
I've had better days.
I can imagine.
The universe is unraveling.
Why?
So
What's
we've
going
noticed.
on?
Because a demigod decided that he just doesn't want us around anymore.
Which
demigod?
demigod?
Yeah, it's great, right? I mean, sorry, that came out.
Sorry, this is a Cole issue. Give me a second.
I had no idea that demigods were even capable of. Well, that's a lie. I feel like there are some demigods. But then again, there are beings greater than demigods. I thought one of them was behind it. You know how closely they're around, too.
You know how excited I'd be if it was one of them.
I bet it was that asshole Thorn.
You know, he is an asshole. I would agree.
It's Nova from Beyond the Fucking Grave.
And that'd be funny, actually. Nova comes back with a vengeance, but with no
Wrong Nova.
memory of.
I
Not
know.
Nova.
So
Nova
Nova
comes
said
back
shit.
when he's
All
like
you hear
pissed
in
off
the
and he dies,
distance is
and he
just
That'd be an interesting plot line.
Nova as a vengeful spirit.
Yeah, he comes back and he's pissed because his party moved on without him and everything, and so he wants revenge or something like that.
Nova, and what was the other one?
Yeah, and he partners with was Zephyr.
He partners with Zephyr and
Zephyros?
everything. Yeah, he wants fucking revenge on the
You're
party
what,
that moved
not
on
even
without
one
him.
month-old character.
That's actually an interesting, like, that'd be cool. All right,
Interesting
go on, sorry.
subplot.
Yeah.
Go on, I'm sorry.
All of our past characters that
The
had-
demigod of ill repute that I'm talking about, his name is Zephyros.
Oh shit! Wait, what?
He has
Sounds a lot like.
murdered the primordial.
I see. So it was murder.
Yes, she,
Shane had theories. but she
I
wasn't sure.
was initially against her captivity, but the Council of the Gods, you know, the vote, I was outvoted, and she was placed in captivity. Everyone was so afraid that she was going to dismantle reality when she was the one holding it together.
They should have just.
Should have just left things as they were and had peace with her.
But
But
There are no
it's the
peaceful
problem,
gods,
isn't
but-
it?
So does this imply that,
it is what it is, I guess.
does this whole situation imply, and I say this with as much disdain as possible, like, no offense to you, that I will have to save the gods again?
Hmm. Maybe via byproduct. You
Or-
don't have to actively save them.
The alternative is, like, say,
We all die.
I mean, is that really so bad?
A horrible, painful death of being unraveled by in the atomic level.
I don't know about you, but that I really would rather not. I've been alive for 2,000 years. I should keep the streak going.
You've had your time.
I've had my time. Oh, you're one to speak.
Yeah, if it was.
I mean, if you want to be technical, he's already died once. So
died multiple times.
I don't need to be technical with you.
you can't
So-
figure out.
So, how do we
Put this together.
How do we fix the veil?
No.
And do we find a new primordial? Do we create a new one? Maybe we can create a new one that isn't locked up for all of eternity.
Well, I can sense. What I would consider hidden power of hers within some of you.
Right. I did forget I have a woman inside me.
Oh, whoa.
You all accepted the
We did.
pieces of seed, from what I can tell.
We did.
Some of us
Yeah.
more reluctant than others.
So, is there a way that we could take that and reconstitute it into back into her so that we could maintain the veil?
Well, if you're able to defeat Zephyros, to remove him from the table, and harness the powers within you together, you should be able to fix things.
Okay. What can we also do to prevent this from happening again? Because ultimately, it seems that she died in part because the gods decided to lock her away.
Weren't you the one saying something about history repeats itself? Was that you?
Yeah, I'm trying to prevent history from repeating itself.
Well,
Then I guess we better figure it out. Oh,
combined,
bless you.
Thank you.
you're more powerful than even the primary god.
Oh, we combined. Damn it. So we have to work together. Hey, you guys want to team up and kill the rest of the gods?
I would say that a few of the gods, because they are dead set on making this happen,
Making what happen?
the unraveling of the universe,
There are a few gods. Okay, of course.
I would recommend either finding a way for them to agree not to want that and fight against you, or to remove them.
I like that idea.
Eradicate them, basically?
Problem I see
Yes.
here is
Yeah.
that
Okay, Morty.
good portion of my family, her family, are demigods.
Demigods don't matter.
I was about to say, where do they fit in? into
If
all
anything,
this?
if they're demigods of the gods that would subsequently be removed from the pantheon, they would have a claim to the title.
Look at that. I mean,
Look at that. We're promoting your family.
I don't think he wants that claim. And if that ever comes out of your mouth again, or yours, I will end both of you.
Well, let's look at it from this side. Either we keep the gods that want the end of the world to come into power, or we replace them, mind you, against my better judgment, because I'm creating another god, but replacing them with someone that's a little bit more sensible. Which would you prefer? Your silence only proves my point.
No. My silence is me debating on whether or not I should rip your head from your shoulders.
I'd love to see you fucking try in this temple.
Now, children.
The tea's worn off, bitch.
And thank you for the information. I'm gonna let them bicker. I
Bicker
have
this.
some work to do. And he's going to leave and find materials to start working on some stuff.
Okay.
We squirted that in, but
We will be
Yeah.
right back in just a few minutes.
3, 2.
guys.
And welcome back. So, Chip has left in the middle of the conversation to do whatever he needs to do.
And he said thank you for the information.
Mhm.
He was very polite and
So, what can I do to help?
Point us in the nearest direction of Zevlor.
Zephyr.
No, it wasn't Zephyr. It was
Zephyros?
Zephyros. Thank you. Point us in the nearest direction of Zephyros and any god that decides to stand with him, and we will handle it subsequently.
Where does your sibling stand on all of this? Out of curiosity.
Look around.
Sunny voted with me
And what did you vote?
to not imprison her.
What a good little noodle.
We
Sorry.
figured leave nature in its purest form.
Could you give me a list of people that didn't vote against that?
Oh, they voted against, or voted to imprison her?
Yeah.
Yes.
How many?
About 10 of the gods.
Okay. I have a list of things that I need. Oh, you're just looking at my shirt, huh? Okay. Enjoy, I guess. I have a list of things I might need.
Like what?
I need a barrel of blight.
What?
A barrel of blight.
Okay.
Okay. I need well actually I need a lot of barrels of blight.
And a single duck. Don't ask why.
A barrel of blight, a rubber duck. Not the rubber duck, but a barrel of blight,
Dude, the Oodaloo.
some
Squeaky rubber duck.
some high explosives, a location that no one cares about, the means to get all of these gods in one space, and no, holy water won't work.
Not
Some
unless you're dealing
god-killing
with
daggers.
vampires.
That'd be great.
The Necroblade.
Yeah, you got a necroblade in there somewhere.
It's quite the tall order.
It definitely is, and if you can't provide it, that's entirely fine. I'll find another means to do it. I'm trying to figure out how I can kill 10 plus gods in one fell swoop, because doing them individually sounds like it's going to be a pain in the ass.
Well,
That's what she said.
let's go with the first thing. How about finding out what gods voted to imprison her?
Yes, what gods voted?
And I was currently still on the side of Zephyros.
Hello, you're so cute.
Well,
You have little toes.
there were 10.
There were 10. Out of
First one was Thraxus the Corruptor.
son of a bitch. I knew that. I knew that.
He is the god of decay and corruption.
Oh.
His influence taints everything he touches, leading to the withering of life and the erosion of morality. Number 2, Zaroth the Deceiver. Zaroth is a
Number 3,
cunning
my lord.
trickster god who revels in deceit and manipulation. He thrives on sowing discord and chaos among mortals.
Sounds like another god we know. Not named.
Mind you, these gods go by many, many titles.
About to say, this one sounds quite familiar.
These are their raw titles to the gods.
Hmm.
Their first titles.
It's their uwu titles.
Number 3, Morgara the Torturer. Morgara embodies the sadistic pleasure of causing pain and suffering.
Sounds like my ex.
She is a patron of torturers and tormentors who revel in the anguish of their victims.
Sound like Nova. Ola.
Did you want to do that?
No.
We can.
We have Vorvax the Plague Bearer.
Oh, I can bring my Daedrus down.
Vorvax is a god associated with pestilence and disease. His malevolent influence spreads plagues and epidemics, causing widespread suffering.
I'm writing this down.
We have Drokon the Usurper. Drokon is a god of ambition and treachery,
Wait, do it again, dude.
promoting betrayal and the overthrow of rightful rulers. He revels in the chaos of political upheaval. We have Kireth, the Mind Flayer. Kireth is a god of mental domination and manipulation. His followers seek to control the minds of others and exploit their thoughts and fears.
Gross.
My God, can we take control of the Elder Brain and dominate person every single one of these fucking gods?
That sounds genius.
Right?
We have Lyria, the Soul Devourer. Lyria feeds on the souls of the dead, leaving them in eternal torment. She is the embodiment of eternal hunger for spiritual sustenance. We have Zaldrak, the Warmonger. Zaldrak promotes endless war and conflict. His influence drives nations and races to wage destructive battles for power and dominance. We have Narissa the Temptress. Narissa is the goddess of seduction and temptation. Her seductive wiles lead mortals astray, causing them to make morally questionable choices.
Sounds like my friend. My kind of person.
And we have Gorvash the Annihilator.
Gortash! Gorvash, the what?
The
The
Annihilator.
Annihilator.
Gorvash revels in destruction and annihilation. He seeks to obliterate entire civilizations and erase all traces of history and culture.
Okay. Neat.
Well, those were the evil ones.
Don't tell me there were good ones, weren't there?
Those were those the gods that agreed to it, or not? Or were those just a list of the gods?
As for the ones that aligned to the good side, the light side, the non-destructive and peacefuls, there were 10 more.
Okay.
We had Eloria, the life giver. Eloria is the goddess of life and vitality, known for her compassion and dedication to preserving and nurturing the natural world. She voted to imprison the primordial to protect the balance of life.
Would you happen to know why the primordial would disrupt the balance of life?
Well, a being of such power as the primordial was more powerful than any one of us.
Right. Yes.
She could have wiped us from existence. Given, because of the possibility of that threat, some of the good aligned deities thought it was prudent to make sure she would never do that. I disagreed. I figured leaving her to exist at her own free will would garner enough goodwill with us that she wouldn't have bothered us. She would have just kept to her purpose and what she loved to do, which was create and maintain what was created. Number 2 of the good gods was Elandra, the Protector. Elandra is a guardian deity who champions the safety and well-being of her followers. She voted in favor of imprisoning the primordial to shield the mortal realms from its destructive power. Given, most of the votes from these good gods were made out of fear, not made out of logical judgment.
Okay.
We have Felindra, the Wise Seer. Felindra is a deity of knowledge, wisdom, and foresight. Her vote was based on the belief that imprisoning the primordial would prevent untold disasters and aid in the pursuit of enlightenment. We have Solarin, the Lightbringer, subordinate deity to Pelor. Solarin embodies light, purity, and enlightenment. He voted for the Primordial's imprisonment to safeguard the realms from the forces of darkness and chaos. We have Aurora, the healer's embrace. Aurora is the goddess of healing, empathy, and compassion. She voted to imprison the Primordial in the hope of preventing suffering and providing solace to those in need. We have Valandor the Just. Valandor is a god of righteousness and justice. He voted to imprison the Primordial as a means to protect the innocent and maintain order and fairness in the world.
Okay.
We have Eldris, the nature's champion, subordinate to the Wild Mother. Eldris is a deity of the natural world, dedicated to preserving the balance of ecosystems. She voted to imprison the Primordial to prevent its destructive influence on the environment. We have Silvaria, Songweaver. Silvaria is the goddess of art, music, and creativity. She voted in favor of the Primordial's imprisonment to protect the sources of inspiration and beauty in the world.
Isn't that the one that Benedict follows?
I think so.
We have Alderon, the Truth Seeker. Alderon is a god of truth, integrity, and pursuit of higher ideals. He voted to imprison the Primordial to prevent the spread of falsehoods and deception. And we have Kael'thor, the Peacekeeper. Kael'thor is a deity of peace and diplomacy. He supported the Primordial's imprisonment in the hope of maintaining harmony among the mortal races.
So I feel like a lot of the light side, or the light side gods, chose this primarily out of fear of their respective domain.
Yes.
And they chose to do that.
Okay, cool. Fine. Got them all down.
And the reason I don't know the motives behind the evil gods and their motivations behind their choices was we don't really speak.
Okay, so we're killing 10 evil gods. Neat.
Maybe not even killing.
Oh,
I don't know. Something in my gut just says that might not be the smartest move.
You could
do you,
imprison them.
Imprison them.
do you think
Think-
that we could convince them based on a metaphysical D20?
Maybe not even convince them. We can do a lot of things. We can frighten them. We can use perhaps the good gods that did what they did out of fear to help us in an advantage sort of way. I mean, there's lots of routes that we can go. I just think killing a god doesn't sound like a good idea. I mean, imagine all that would follow.
Oh, I definitely do. Sorry.
I can imagine that you do.
I definitely daydream about offing God. It's fine.
Is that a kink of yours or something?
We don't want to talk about
Mm.
Cool. So potentially not killing gods. But we have to either convince them or some alternative method to prevent them from interfering in the death of this demigod, Zephyros.
Yes. Gracious, that name sounds so familiar.
God, sounds like it's gonna be his
Sephiroth.
Final fantasy.
Alright. Cool. Is there any other means that we could use in order to tackle this tall order of killing 10 gods? Or not killing, sorry, handling 10 gods. Do you know where we can find somewhere to imprison a god?
In their own realm?
What a question.
So, killing their avatar.
That's one way of doing things, but their avatar is more meant not to be on their own plane of existence. Their avatar is supposed to be their representation on your material world.
Right. Okay. Got it. So then, how will be the most effective way to seal a god to their own perspective?
The power within you.
By the power of great.
The power of the primordial could close all exits out of a realm.
Got it. So we walk up to a god, theoretically beat the shit out of them, and then shunt them off to their place with the power within my heart.
I thought I was violent. Then I met you.
Yeah. It's been a wild ride for me. Neat. Anything else we should know? Before we leave?
Be wary, they are gods, and they can smite you roughly.
Yeah. Do you have any,
I would use as much diplomacy as possible before doing any sort of physical action against them,
hey,
considering they are my equals. And we could kill each other, but we have well-ingrained pacts to not do so.
I'm sure you do. Hey,
Stylus.
Stella's, what's your charisma score?
I'd imagine pretty high, right?
It is very high. I just have to find it. What the hell is it? Oh no, it's not. Shockingly, I think I put everything into intelligence.
It's fine. I mean, like, he doesn't actually need to know the score, but he's like, Stella's,
Hmm.
you seem like the kind of guy who's very good at getting things he wants from people.
Oh, you have no idea.
Do you think that you'd be capable of convincing a god to bend to your will?
How do I put this nicely? I was once.
Was it mean?
You know,
Anyway?
you know Strahd von Zorvich?
Um,
You've heard that name before,
Heard
right?
him in the history books.
Mhm.
Heard he got iced by some adventurers years ago.
Oh, he did. And
Did you hear those adventurers took down a whole city too?
Yeah, I heard that shit too. They
Holy
dropped a whole building of
It was
like,
actually one person.
One person?
If only you knew I was fucking the paladin of that group.
oh shit.
I didn't wanna know.
That
Can
man,
we not talk about my nephew like that, please?
child's play.
Oh,
child's
so
play.
easy for you. Great. I'd like to rely on you to convince gods via diplomacy,
Sure.
and I want to make this extremely clear.
If that fails, you'll rip them to shreds. I got that.
Thank you. I'm glad we can agree on
I
this.
got that.
Oh,
I just hope that they don't beat you to the punch.
oh, ripping me to shreds?
Mhm.
Oh. Well, I've always said that either I do something amazing or I die trying, so here we go.
What a great outlook on life. Is that
From left field. Sounds like you've done a lot then.
Yeah, it's a pain.
You know,
really.
I forget
That
he's
was above
I
you.
forget-
He's not there.
I forget he speaks until he opens his mouth again.
Oh, he's not there. That was above table.
Oh.
Chip is actually out making weapons.
Oh.
In case no one has noticed, I have a very painful grudge against gods.
I used to as well, for how could they damn someone with a perfect life like mine and sentence me to a life of eternity? But you know what? I got to about 300 and I got over that. I hope the same happens for you. It's a very long existence.
Outlook, not so great.
It's a
Oh, snap.
it's a very
I figured I'd change the background image.
No, this is a good question.
it's a very, very long existence, my friend. It's a pain to spend it harboring on revenge.
He has not lived anywhere close to the amount of years that you have, but he's lived for a pretty
Well,
long
yeah.
time.
Yes, sir.
We have a chatter question asking, off-topic question. Is a +1 stealth or a +1 on stealth checks better for an item or items or rogue?
That is a really good question.
An item versus your base stat. I mean,
A +1 stealth or a +1 on stealth checks, it's the same
Is it the
thing.
same? Fair enough.
It's the same thing.
same thing, just different shapes.
Just wording differently.
Okay, cool. So
Why is she just?
we are armed with information. Excellent. Now weapons.
I can give you the means of getting to the realms.
Means of getting to the realms and any insight on how we could use this primordial thing. Does
Tap into it.
focus really hard, like magic.
Kind of.
Oh, okay. I really tried it.
Mooney, I have always loved the way you speak to people.
The primordial is the ability to create or destroy anything in creation, as well as maintain it, repair it, heal it, or damage it.
Definitely.
I would, if you wished to practice with these abilities, I would not do so in a civilized place,
Okay,
just in case of any backlash.
got it. Well,
But
of
you could
course.
go into the wilds. I know the Wild Mother would be okay with it.
That was actually my next question. Because it's like most places that I've been in is forest are protected by woodland creatures, and they'd be pissed if I
So much to say, don't you?
Tell me your woes.
Neat. The means to get to their realms.
Yes.
How do we do this?
Well, are you just looking to get to the evil side's realms? Or the good ones as well?
I leave that to the party. Because which one do you care about more?
Well, first of all, I think we should take a moment to rest.
Well, I
And
mean,
a
naturally,
proper rest.
Of course.
Regain what we're doing, and I think we should actually start out, personally, with the good ones first.
And
The
gain.
reason I say this is because if we gain their trust, if we gain their allegiance, that might help us in the long run. It wouldn't-
I'm not opposed.
It wouldn't hurt to start there.
Which one do we want to start with? Personally, Elandra the Protector might.
I will tell you that the evil gods technically have violated the agreement in which we made as gods to not wage war on the material plane.
Hey, you know,
So
So,
we start with them.
that could be used as a loophole
okay.
to make them persuaded to help.
I
So-
have. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You go.
I'm like doing this on the spot, so forgive me if I shouldn't. That could work. Perhaps I should speak to Valandor about my previous employment.
Oh, was that your employer?
Or would he have been with Elandra given his role because she's the protector, or would it be Valandor?
Let me double check here. Which ones are you talking of?
Elandra the protector or Valandor the just?
Let's see. Righteousness and justice and
Yes.
so Valandor the Just is the primary deity. Elandra would be the subordinate deity of that realm.
Okay, so Valandor then would probably be. Yes, Valandor was my previous employer.
I see. So that's where you would like to start then.
Like to, not particularly, but given my previous affiliation, he might be more inclined to
My bad.
help.
I see.
Quote unquote.
Well, it's a place to start, that's for
Do you
certain.
want Dad? Is that what's happening?
Hey, Cosmo.
Cosmo!
My cosmic kitty.
Do they blip in and out of existence?
No.
I wish it was a blink kitty.
Or do you want a dice to play with?
Say less.
No.
So the means to speak.
She's like, I want the food.
The means to speak with Philandor might come easier. Maybe, who knows? He might have just stopped on me. It's fun.
You did some fucked up
I
shit.
definitely did.
I would love to hear of it some.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Um,
I did some pretty fucked up shit too.
I'm fully aware of them.
I know. And to this day, I still apologize. I never
As you should.
intended to hurt you or your brother.
We want to take a rest first.
I
And
think-
tackle that.
I think that would be a good idea.
Well, thanks for your help.
You're welcome.
You are much more pleasant than I anticipated.
As you're
What the fuck?
outside, you look through the window into the cosmic realm and you see a massive cat just
Oh,
sniffing at the
Excuse me.
portal.
Can I help you?
I think it's just here to say hello.
Oh, that's just Cosmo.
Alright. I am proud. Oh, wait, is there? No, that's not. Okay. If anything, I go nap.
You go nap now?
I go take nap.
So, have a good time.
If you don't hear from us in the next few weeks, we probably just.
Speak for yourself.
Fair point.
I don't know.
Did you lose the light laser? Where did you find it?
For what?
The light laser.
Oh, it's in the other room.
So, you guys heading out of the temple?
Nearest lodging.
The city has roughly 10 different kinds of inns all throughout the city.
Sweet.
Let's see. Let me get you some names and
Nearest-
descriptions.
Most expensive inn.
We can't afford the nearest, most expensive inn.
Sure, we can. No, we probably shouldn't.
How about whatever has a suitable bed that isn't crawling with bugs?
Are they trying to get in the bag?
Give us the Doritos. No, I'm trying to get into the cashews.
There are no cashews left in. Oh, there's a few.
Can I have cashew?
It's like crumbs.
Oh, never mind then.
Cashew crumbs.
They're like standing on their hind legs.
Cosmo. Snatcher.
Cosmo, come here.
Who pet you? But wifey is allergic. So I'm petting. I
Mm.
like my wife.
Cosmo. 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 Hi ho. Snatch. Hello, baby. This is my friend. This is Cosmo. Cosmo's like such a well-behaved kitten. My Nadja at home would not behave
Okay.
this way. She'd
So,
be screaming.
in the city
now.
of Starfallen, which is the city you were in,
Oh.
Yeah.
there are 10 different inns.
Okay.
There is the Silver Star Inn, a luxurious and opulent inn known for its silver-themed decor and exquisite service.
I love that.
It caters to nobles and affluent travelers and offers a wide selection of fine wines and gourmet cuisine.
What's the most middle class you can get?
Well, I can just go down the list. And you pick out of all the ones you like. There's the Moonlit Haven, nestled along the waterfront. This inn features rooms with balconies overlooking the serene moonlit bay. The Moonlit Haven offers comfortable lodging for travelers seeking a tranquil escape. We have the Astral Hearth, a cozy and welcoming inn with a celestial theme. Its common rooms boast a large hearth with constellations carved into the stone.
I love that.
Adventurers and stargazers often gather here to share tales of their travels.
Okay.
We have the Starfall Tavern, a lively and bustling tavern known for its energetic atmosphere and nightly entertainment. The Starfall Tavern offers hearty food, live music, and a variety of games, making it a favorite among locals and visitors alike. There's the Celestial Retreat. Tucked away in a quiet corner of Starfallen, the Celestial Retreat is a peaceful and rejuvenating inn with a lush garden courtyard. It caters to travelers seeking solitude and serenity. It's very much a bed and breakfast. The Arcane Ale House, a unique inn and tavern where magic is on full display. Patrons can enjoy magical ale and witness spectacular arcane performances by the resident wizards and sorcerers.
That just gave me an idea for the bar. Sorry, go on.
Sex.
The Quill and Quiver Inn, a rustic inn popular among adventurers and hunters. The Quill and Quiver Inn offers comfortable lodging, hot meals, and a communal area for sharing tales of epic quests. There's the Starlight Serenade, an inn renowned for its rooftop garden, which provides a stunning view of the night sky. The Starlight Serenade offers a tranquil escape from the city's hustle and bustle. There's the Crystal Chalice Inn. This mystical inn, known for its crystal-themed decorations and enchanting ambiance, it's a favorite among magic users and offers quite unique potions and elixirs. And then the last one is the Galaxy's Edge Hostel.
Sorry.
An affordable hostel popular among budget travelers located at the city's edge. The Galaxy's Edge Hostel offers no frills accommodations in a lively atmosphere.
Wow, it's actually affordable.
Very affordable. Very.
It's
Galaxy's
like the
Edge.
Motel 6.
Laughs in Disney fan over here.
Galaxy's Edge Hostel.
That sounds wonderful. Cheaper,
Chips already
quiet,
at the-
tucked away. Sounds
Perfect. Galaxy's Edge.
Chips
Okay.
a VIP at the Starlight one or whatever that is.
Are we separating into groups and then bunking, or is everybody getting their own room?
So beautiful.
great. Depends on how much the rooms are. After all, I've been given the impression that I'm not really one that wants to be roomed with.
I can survive you.
Oh, do you think so?
Yeah.
I would love.
I've got high stamina.
to try.
That means someone's unfaithful.
Oh no, Amana and I are very much in an open relationship.
No, Chip's not even there, remember? That was a above table joke.
But realistically, they're both in a very much open, honest relationship with one another.
That's good.
Honesty is key.
How are you? I fucked a monk on the road. That's great, honey.
You guys have a tally on who's got the weirdest place?
Oh yeah.
I don't know why. I feel like Fergus is the official judge of that.
He had 2. What? He had 2. Beat that, bitch.
Fergus is just sitting there on the board writing it out. And right now you're in the lead. It's like, hey,
All right.
why am I the judge of these?
You want it to be?
The Galaxy's Edge Hostel is located on the outskirts of Starfallen.
Okay, I'm sorry.
She's like, I need
Um,
to find my mom. Or I want the Doritos. Give me one or the other.
As you approach it, you notice that it is a,
I couldn't help.
They're so cute. You can't resist. Oh, Stella.
other than like what looks like the old architecture of a lot of buildings in the city, this looks like a fairly new construction, built of mostly timber. It is built, to best describe it, it looks a lot like the Weasley house,
Cute.
Okay.
I
but
kind of love that.
painted in vibrant, multicolored levels.
Okay. How many times has this place burned down? He'll step inside and be like, how much are your rooms for the night?
Greeting you is hostel keeper Tillman.
Hey.
Middle-aged and jovial man. He's the heart and soul of Galaxy's Edge. He's known for his warm hospitality and knack for remembering every guest's name. Tillman is always ready with a smile and helpful advice in exploring Starfallen. And he welcomes you going, welcome to the Galaxy's Edge Hostel.
Oh dear.
Can we
Are you looking for dormitory rooms or privacy?
go for starters, let's turn it down a bit, not quick. Dormitory rooms? Are you involved?
Shared space.
Okay.
Or perhaps
We usually can accommodate about 4 per dormitory room.
Okay. Dormitory should be fine. Preferably with a window.
to the wall. Do you have claustrophobia or something?
All
No,
dormitory
I just like
rooms
to
have windows.
I just like to exit rooms as fast as possible when necessary.
I see.
All of the dormitory rooms have windows,
Excellent.
as well as the private ones.
You said they support up to 4. We'll take 2.
2 rooms.
Yes.
Very well. For the dormitory rooms, you are looking at 2 silver pieces per night.
Easy. Does that include breakfast and
No,
how much is
separate charges for food and drink.
I'd like a full continental breakfast, please.
I'm assuming that
Chip's
that's
not there.
probably something everyone needs, except for those 2 who would prefer your highest quality.
Are you looking for something basic and vegetarian, or are you looking for more meats and something more hearty for a meal?
So I'm not gonna
Would
speak.
you
I'm
like
not gonna-
someone on a
I'm not-
vegetarian diet or a meat diet?
I'm not gonna speak for those 2, but they would like your best crimson, and then everyone else can order their own stuff.
I would like a bottle of their finest red
Yes.
myself.
Well, for that, we would have to go down to one of the other taverns in the city to acquire that for you, but we can accommodate you. It would be roughly, I believe they charge about 5 gold per bottle, and you're looking at a 1 silver piece logistical fee
Convenience fee.
for me to send my son to go get them.
Your son.
Maybe I want your son instead of the bottle.
His name's Orin.
Hmm.
He's the bartender here.
Or in the red.
I think I might go pay him a little visit.
Or we could pay for the bottle.
She objected.
Whiny baby.
She objected.
I just want to go look at him. Is that a crime?
Nope, not at all.
Go explore.
I will watch him.
So no bottle.
I'll think about it.
Okay, let's just put 2 bottles on hold. We should probably get those just in case. In case.
What? Are you afraid that I can't control my hunger?
Nope, not at all.
You're a bad liar.
I'm just trying to be nice, but fine. Fine. Fight the whole block of the city. See if I care.
Fine, will do.
So, would you like us to take care of some
Sure,
red
let's get
for you?
those just in case. Those 2 want to go out and handle their own business.
1 bottle each?
Sure, yeah.
Very well. I will send Orin in post haste.
Okay.
I'm gonna go find Orin before he leaves.
She went that way.
I think it's time for them to go upstairs.
Oh, sleepy.
Oh, no, she's right here. She's in the office. So,
Paid for, and how much is it total?
food-wise, or what are you
10
looking for?
gold plus the room, which is 6 silver, and breakfast.
in general, which would be
6 silver. Should be 4 silver.
It's 4 silver for the 2 rooms for the night. Unless you want to pay for more time.
Okay, gotcha. So 4 silver, 10 gold,
And then 2 silver for the delivery fee.
So that would be 6 silver.
6 silver.
So 10 gold, 6 silver. And did you want any other meals or beverages for any of the rest of you?
Yeah, this breakfast. What does the fishy want to eat for breakfast?
And do you want it to have protein or just vegetable?
Protein.
Protein? All right. That'll be an extra 5 silver per person for protein meals. Otherwise, vegetarian is 2.
Do you even eat vegetarian foods? Get it?
You like the occasional seaweed.
Well, I assume that you eat.
If it's trout,
Yes.
then you probably eat bugs.
And bugs. You like bugs. Bugs are good.
Bugs, worms. It's actually quite a bit of a
So
protein.
yeah,
in it.
1 vegetarian plate, and then the 3 meat plates
Eggs,
is 15
trout
plus
eggs.
however much the
Yeah.
vegetarian was.
2.
2. Okay, 17 plus the 6. 21, 22, 23, 23 silver. And
I think she's looking for Stella. Stella! Keep going across that.
Where's my sister?
okay, all done.
Stella Black.
Bought and paid.
We're not going to need red.
I got red.
Yeah.
Ready.
Pass the kitty.
Goodbye, kittens.
Say goodbye to your favorites.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye, have a nice time. Anyway,
Anyways.
paid for.
All right. He hands each of you a key to the respective rooms that you are given. And he says, we should have the bottles of red delivered in about an hour.
You're a gem.
Excellent.
And then you go to try to find Orin. So you just kind of follow the hostel keeper. And he heads off into the little bar space, and you see probably a 19 to 22-year-old currently cleaning a glass.
Those are pretty.
And he goes, Orin, I have a delivery for you.
Delicious.
He's like, oh, yes, father.
That is cradle robbing if you're over 2,000.
Is my lover? I would love to tell you. Motherfucker has to be
That
at
was
least
above
20.
table. Remember, Chip's not even there. He's out trying to build weapons.
It's very true.
Like,
I got you $1.
So you find Orin. He's getting information from his father to go pick up the wine and given the gold to do so.
I can't help but stop you before you leave. Cradle robbing.
Yes?
I wanted to say my deepest gratitude. I understand having guests of my likeness is not the easiest sometimes. I appreciate you taking the time to run and fetch things for myself and my... It's weird calling you my aunt-in-law, considering I'm older than you. But
Get used to it.
she's sassy.
There's nothing wrong with your kind as long as you don't
Eat us.
eat without consent.
I am 100% certain that we will not be doing that.
I would never. Not
Don't
anymore.
let his tone deceive you. He's just trying to make himself feel good.
I can make a lot of things feel good.
You see my point? You see my point?
He seems slightly uncomfortable, but also keeps looking at you.
Like how?
Curious?
The hook, the line, sinker.
That's the sweet spot. I'm terrified, but curious.
Hook, line, sinker.
I'm gonna go get your orders now.
Of course, thank
And
you.
he just scampers off outside the hostel.
Mm.
Now,
He kind of reminds me of that little one you hang around with all the time. What? Benedict's a good-looking young boy.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Who did you think I was speaking of?
Nothing. I didn't think you were speaking of anyone. I was just, you knew his name already, so.
So, you guys are setting up to bed for the night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Chip,
Mm-hmm.
what are you doing?
After receiving the information and talking, he leaves. He goes down and finds the monks. Starts speaking with them, getting the lay of the land. Is above table. I have never been to this location. I don't know if he has been there in, being a smuggler and runner and stuff. Don't know if he would have been there in previous times before joining this group.
So wet.
This is your first time in Starfallen.
Okay. Well, he will speak with them about finding the industrial district.
I'm just not enough.
And then go and find
It just has
dwarves.
to happen.
He is looking for dwarves.
So there is a small section for the dwarves and makers in the city. There is a mix of shops and workspaces. You have a few mercantiles. There is the Starforge Emporium. It's the go-to shop for artificers in Starfallen. Offers a wide range of high-quality crafting materials from rare metals to gemstones to clockwork components and enchanting crystals. They also stock an impressive selection of magical diagrams and blueprints. You have the Clockwork Creations. They specialize in clockwork mechanisms and constructs. Artificers come here to find gears, springs, and intricate devices. Shop also offers expert repair services for damaged constructs and mechanical items. We have the Ethereum Alchemy, unique store that caters to artificers with an interest in alchemical and concoction supplies. Here you can find rare regents, potent elixirs, and specialized brewing equipment. They also stock a variety of bomb-making materials. Mage Rights Mercantile.
Bomb factory.
Magical supply shop that caters to artificers seeking exotic spell components and magical regents. The store also sells arcane focuses, spell scrolls, and enchanted inks for scribing magical writings. You also have the Elemental Essences shop. They specialize in elemental cores, crystals, and elemental bound items. Artificers visit the shop in purpose for elemental shards and imbued gemstones to add elemental properties to their creations. As for workshops, you have the Golem's Workshop. Is a workshop and showroom dedicated to the creation of golems and construct automatons. Artificers can observe the assembly of these constructs and even commission custom golems for various purposes. You have the Steamheart Alchemics. Steamheart Alchemics is both a shop and a research hub for artificers specializing in firearms and alchemical innovations. They sell firearms, ammunition, and alchemical grenades, while also conducting experimental research in explosive devices. You have the Tinker's Nook.
He will go.
You're gonna go to the Steamheart Alchemics?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Your chair sounded like a duck there for a second.
All right. So, as you step inside, you notice that there are currently 4 people in the shop. One seems to be at like a head desk, almost like a reception space to anybody that comes in, but is also currently tinkering with what looks like some sort of pistol. You can see also a woman working off to one side that is mixing chemicals and powders into different vessels and creating different formulas. You can see one person that's currently milling a piece of iron into what looks like some sort of barrel. And you can see in the back someone working with what seems to be more volatile chemicals and putting them into larger vessels with some sort of clockwork mechanisms built onto the sides and stuff.
Okay. He will go up to what he assumes is the reception.
Ah, welcome to Steam Heart Alchemics. How can I help you?
So I am trying to upgrade a current firearm that I have, and I need to build a new one.
Are you looking to commission or rent space?
It would probably be a mixture of both.
Very well. What are you looking for?
So
What sort of-
currently, he has his current pistol. He goes, well, currently, I need to upgrade this into a more modern, concealable, but still with enough firepower to do what I need it to. And
Let's see, when a
then,
deagle with a suppressor. Got it.
no, I want something reliable. Okay? If I want just a big hunk of metal to huck at people, then I'll get a Desert Eagle.
Oh, sorry, a deagle with a muzzle brake. Got it.
What sort of size of round are we looking at here? Are you looking for something small and quick, or are you looking for something large with a lot of stopping?
You want something it's like you want a handgun that shoots 5.56.
No.
Nah, handgun that fires 50 BMG.
Yeah, that's where the money's at right now.
No.
That's
That is a one and you're done, and I need new wrists.
Yeah.
And actually, they've already they've already proven that because they did that. You need a lot more barrel to actually get any effect out of that round. So, basically, to start with, a projectile probably, the diameter of circumference. I can't remember if caliber's circumference or
Diameter is the full width of the circle.
No.
Circumference is the full length of the whole circle around. And then radius is from the center out.
with a diameter of maybe anywhere close to a ½ inch. A little less is fine. And then,
That's doable.
something that can kill a cow in one shot if you shoot it in the head at point blank, preferably.
Well, you can do that with almost anything.
45 ACP, anti-cow projectile. And then you got to build a long gun, something with a lot more reach, a lot more firepower there.
Okay.
That's definitely, I'm thinking, if there's some, if they decide to try to take cover, I want to make that cover disappear.
That can be done as well. So, what sort of just the 2 firearms? That's what you're looking at?
Yes.
Thorn has manufactured this exact weapon.
Do you have materials of your own to work with, or are you going to be purchasing your materials?
Yeah, and whose money are you using for this?
That's what he's out here trying to figure out is,
I'm
happy
happy
to
to
donate
Or are you just trying to
party
figure
funds.
out cost?
well, first I'm starting with cost and trying to figure out exactly what could be done as far as there's always a cost to something, but also service is worth as well. So I am able to work for those.
Well, rental fee is roughly 10 silver per day
Okay.
for a workspace. Material depends on the material in which you want to create your item out of, and what materials are required for alchemical creation of your blast powder. As for if you want to commission one of us to assist, that would be roughly a gold a day.
Okay. So
Just depends on the material costs and what materials you wish to make them out of. We have basic iron, we have steel, we have adamantium. We can go into even more exotic metals.
something. This thing in my brain, I'm going. I need.
You could also elementally infuse your metals.
I know that's where I'm sitting there above table. My brain's going. Cold Hammer Forge, nickel boron. I'm like,
We even have the ability, which is new, in the city. We can forge tungsten, which seems to be nearly indestructible.
yeah. So, here's my idea. Tungsten sleeved steel barrel for the rifle.
So for that, we'll
Instead of milling, though, hammer forged.
it'll take more time, but
I'm
you'll
for
be looking
reliability,
at
durability for as much as the chamber pressures, and this will have to be a single shot item.
single shot only, or just single shot, like one bullet at a time.
One, bam, open, load the next round.
Breech load.
Yes,
Got you.
because this is the one that's going to make their cover disappear too.
So for that, for the barrel, firing mechanisms, you're probably looking at roughly, just in materials, of course, about 1,500 gold.
Yeah, that's one of those. He's like, okay,
That does not include the bullets for it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
those
That I
would cost
understand.
extra.
okay,
That's just for the firearm.
yes. So that's for the rifle. Good. So as far as upgrading my pistol,
Yes, we could do some upgrades to the pistol.
so
Upgrade the round size. We could make it a multi-fire system. We'd even enchant it with returning ammunition, so you technically
already
would
have
never
that
run
checked
out.
he already has that on it.
Well, with that, you wouldn't need anything more than a single shot pistol.
Exactly. It's one of
But
those.
yes, the
that
upgrades
it's
can be
just to
done.
clean up, improve reliability, that kind of thing that he's
Yeah.
looking out for.
So
But
basically, the flechette gun from fucking Altered Carbon, where you pull the trigger, it pierces somebody, then you press the trigger again, and it right back into the clip.
basically,
imagine that being a-
since I haven't been using it, I'm just playing it off that it's been down. It's broken right now.
Can do a constellation on my
For that,
fingers.
we're probably looking at about 200 gold
Okay.
for materials and.
The repairs on it.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, for the next part of my question. As far as the rental space, or do you guys have a current backlog of orders that you need filled that I can assist with to help build some store credit?
Well, if you wish to earn your way to what you're looking at building, yes, we have quite a few projects we're working on.
Perfect. Okay. I can get to work immediately, and then lastly, do you have anyone that is interested in motorized vehicles design?
That's not necessarily for us, but you could probably go talk to. I'd probably go talk to the people over at Clockwork Creations. Those would probably be the best ones to communicate with about vehicles.
Basically, above table, what he's trying to do is basically sell the design of the motorcycle that he currently built.
That's who I would talk to.
So, not sell it and get rid of it, but, basically sell the idea.
Either them or the Golem's Workshop.
Yeah. Okay. So, I'm returning. If you wouldn't mind, he's going to give them the rental fee for workspace and then start assisting them with orders. So he can start building credit to build his equipment that he would like. And then he's going to go over to the other one that you said. I can't remember.
Golem's Workshop or the Clockwork Creations?
Go to both of them. We'll start with Clockwork.
Okay. You start heading over there. So Clockwork Creations has to do with supplies and materials and repairs and all that. So they're more of a supplier.
Okay, then he'll go to the Golem.
The Golem's Workshop is the builders of automatons and other stuff like that.
Mhm.
So the Golem's Workshop, they would very much be interested in your bi-wheeled arcane cycle of sorts.
Okay. He will speak with them. I guess whoever he'll try to figure out which person would be best to speak to about it. And about basically, since it's his idea, his bike, sell them the rights to manufacture more of them for sale. But he would like a small percentage.
So you're looking for selling the design and making a royalty off the sales.
Yes.
Okay.
And I will give you full control over modifications or anything like that. It's just my idea that I'm selling.
Do you wish for a lump sale first? Before royalties? Like a licensing fee. Some companies do that.
I'd like first contract, stuff like that. And then
Basically, are you asking for so much on top for just the sale of the rights and then royalties after that? Or are you just asking for royalties as a residual for you allowing them to make?
yes, but he's not going to go for an outlandish lump sum up front.
Okay. How much you asking for?
So,
And what's your percentage of royalties?
5%.
Okay.
And $500 gold up front.
All right. Roll a persuasion check. I know.
I should have asked for more.
Well, now you have 500 gold.
Yeah, it's not 20 with a +5 in persuasion. 25.
Yeah, they take the deal.
Okay.
You sign 2 identical contracts.
Mhm.
They are signed with an arcane seal, so that it is a binding contract. And you're given a copy. They keep a copy, and they make a copy of your blueprints.
There we go.
Turns out that that's the biggest technological boom of the city, and you only got paid 500 for it.
But 5% of every sale.
That is fine.
So,
These bikes are going to go for like 5,000 gold a piece.
yeah, that's why I was like, I had to think about it, and I'm like, realistically, you know how much you get on a lot of royalties?
What if
2.5%.
What if Thorn smited you because you advanced this city's
technology way too fast. He's like, fuck. Little
So-
do they know he wired it backwards, so it's not going to work.
As you finish up with that and head off to
Go back and
the
keep working.
Steam Hard Alchemics
And
to start
he's
working for them.
Carrying the pistol and
Mhm.
gonna get to work building credit so they can start working on the anti-material.
And with that, we are going to call it for the evening. Thank you everybody for joining us tonight, and we will catch you next week for the continuation of The Shattered Veil. Have a good night.
Bye. Bye.